There's a moment in 2019 when everything starts falling apart for Kylie Jenner. Her lip kits are still selling out, and Forbes has just labeled her the youngest self-made billionaire. But beneath the hype, a quiet unraveling has begun. E-commerce sales are already slipping as the Gen Z audience that built her empire quietly walks away. To understand how it all collapsed, you have to go back to how it began. In 2015, months before launching her lip kits, Kylie posted photos with noticeably fuller lips while insisting she had simply overlined them. Fans studied her selfies, tried to recreate her look, and debated whether she'd had work done. The mystery created mass frustration with existing products and made teenagers desperate for whatever solution she had. When she finally admitted to having lip fillers in 2015, her followers felt more connected rather than deceived. She had struggled with insecurity about her lips just like they did. The only difference was that she could afford to fix it. Sharing that vulnerability turned her insecurity into a shared experience. She launched the first 3-shade lip kit in November 2015 and marketed it as a way to achieve her transformation without needles. The drop sold out in minutes, and the formula driving its success was simple. Extremely limited runs created urgency and social proof, and each purchase came with the promise of being a little more like Kylie herself. This strategy thrived on timing. Instagram's algorithm still showed posts in chronological order. Selfie culture was exploding, and lip enhancement procedures were expensive. For $29 to $36, teenagers could buy what seemed like a safer alternative. Behind the scenes, the business model was lean. Kylie partnered with Seed Beauty to manufacture and package the products, outsourced sales and fulfillment to Shopify, and kept the company staff to just a handful of people. With minimal overhead, each product drop generated huge profits. Her family's reality TV fame provided visibility, but Kylie built trust by sharing her insecurities. Unlike traditional celebrities who kept fans at a distance, she chatted with followers on Snapchat and Instagram, turning customers into friends. Every buyer became an unpaid brand ambassador. After receiving their kits, they posted swatches, before and after shots, and tutorials, tagging Kylie so that one sale often led to dozens more. By early 2019, this approach had produced numbers that seemed unbelievable. In March 2019, Forbes estimated her company at around $900 million and declared 21-year-old Kylie the world's youngest self-made billionaire. That valuation relied on optimistic growth assumptions rather than hard cash, but it cemented a narrative of unstoppable success. The billionaire label altered how people saw her brand. What had felt like supporting a relatable teenager suddenly looked like enriching a corporation. Business reporters began scrutinizing profits and sustainability, and each minor misstep drew outsized attention. In May 2020, a Forbes investigation reviewed Coty's financial filings and found that the business was much smaller than previously claimed. Coty disclosed that Kylie Cosmetics generated about $125 million in sales in 2018, far below the $360 million figure Forbes had used in earlier calculations. And the filing suggested that the company's online sales had fallen about 62% between 2016 and 2018. The story highlighted how influencer-driven businesses depend on constant content and personal relevance, rather than the stable revenue of traditional companies. As the brand scaled, costs increased. Because manufacturing and fulfillment were outsourced, Kylie had limited control over quality and supply chains. Legal and tax structures also meant she couldn't make quick decisions without consulting advisors, slowing the nimble communication that fans expected. Despite these warning signs, a deal meant to solve everything was already underway. In November 2019, Kylie agreed to sell 51% of her company to beauty conglomerate Coty for $600 million. The deal closed in January 2020 in a transaction that valued the business at about $1.2 billion. Under Coty's corporate structure, Kylie Cosmetics lost its startup agility. Decision-making moved from comments to committees and quarterly planning. The brand could no longer jump on trends overnight, making it slower than social media's pace. Coty also replaced Seed Beauty with its own manufacturers. Longtime customers complained that new lip kits felt and wore differently. A $360 brush set launched under the new regime was revealed to be identical to cheaper ColourPop brushes, undermining the brand's premium aura. Quality issues with lip applicators and eyeliners multiplied, turning small customer service issues into viral PR crises. Expansions outside of cosmetics compounded the problem. The Kylie swim line released in 2021 drew ridicule for see-through fabrics and poor construction. Regulatory notices followed when ingredients failed safety tests. Kylie's responses, once personal and vulnerable, became corporate and defensive, further alienating fans. Meanwhile, the culture that had made her famous was shifting. Between 2019 and 2022, Gen Z moved toward raw, unedited content and embraced the clean girl look that favored natural, minimal makeup. Social responsibility and sustainability became key purchasing criteria. Her highly produced photos and dramatic contour looked out of touch. Mission-driven competitors like Fenty Beauty and Rare Beauty captured younger consumers by prioritizing inclusivity and mental health initiatives. Economic uncertainty also made lavish displays of wealth unpopular. Many followers struggling with debt and housing costs were turned off by posts showing private jets and diamond-encrusted handbags. Most importantly, Kylie's original teenage audience grew up. Adults in their late 20s had new priorities, and the next generation of teens spent more time on TikTok than on Instagram. Even though her follower count kept rising, engagement flattened and product launch videos struggled to go viral. The financial consequences were stark. E-commerce sales fell from about $68.7 million in 2017 to $36.2 million, and analysts projected they could drop further to around $29 million by 2024. Competition intensified as dozens of new beauty brands entered the market, eroding market share and forcing discounts that cut into profits. With algorithms throttling unpaid reach, Kylie Cosmetics had to spend heavily on advertising just to be seen. Many customers had bought a lip kit once as a novelty, rather than forming long-term loyalty. When excitement wore off and cheaper alternatives appeared, repeat purchases declined. Outside of the United States, consumers without a Kardashian-Jenner context saw no reason to pay premium prices for similar products. As profits shrank, the revelation that ColourPop produced similar formulas for a fraction of the price destroyed any remaining sense of exclusivity. Failed product extensions into skincare, baby products, and swimwear diluted the brand identity and confused loyal customers. Retail partnerships with Target and Ulta removed the scarcity that had once driven demand, turning once coveted items into everyday shelf stock. By late 2023, reports surfaced that Kylie was negotiating to buy back the same 51% stake she had sold to Coty. The rumored price, around $600 million, matched what she received in 2020, underscoring how little value the deal had added and how vital founder control is for an influencer-led brand. The arc of Kylie Cosmetics reveals two simple truths. Hype and scarcity can ignite a brand, but they cannot substitute for quality and authenticity once customers have options. And in the creator economy, a founder's ongoing involvement is irreplaceable. When the relationship between influencer and audience becomes corporate, trust evaporates and sales follow. What other brands have you seen falter once authenticity faded? Share your thoughts in the comments below.